Are you wondering why you're here? What are you doing on this earth? Let's talk about how to feel like your life has purpose. And I'm going to walk you through it. I have sat in therapy groups with thousands of people. I've connected with them on deep levels. And it's interesting to me. I've worked with addicts, I've worked with partners of addicts, I've worked with all kinds of people. And one of the biggest problems that they have is that they don't know who they are and why they're here. What is the point of their life? And because they don't know that, they feel depressed, they get addicted, they try to find their purpose through doing drugs, through sex, through other things that don't bring them happiness. So knowing your purpose and finding your purpose is so important. Be sure that you stay to the end of this video because I got a free gift for you that's going to help you understand your purpose. Wayne Dyer once said, "Don't die with your music still left in you." What he means by that is don't spend this life on the sidelines. Put yourself out there. Go for it. Now let's take a step back and look at what is purpose. I believe that purpose is when you're doing what God made you to do. It's not about becoming what you should be. It's about stepping into what you already are, what's already been given to you. So it's allowing yourself to do that despite the fear, despite the shame that wants to hold you back. When you step into your purpose, you know it, you feel alive, you feel empowered, you feel good about your life, and you realize that you're making a difference in this world. Fear is what kills purpose. When you have fear of hurt, pain, betrayal, rejection, abandonment, any kind of fear, what it will tell you to do is to shrink, to hide, to avoid. And when you do those things, what you don't do is put yourself out there. I know that in order to find your purpose, you have to jump. You have to take some risks. You have to fail, and you have to fail again and again. And as you do that, you refine yourself and you realize who you actually are. As you realize who you actually are, then you start to step into those places that God needs you to be. So fear tells you not to even try, not to even jump, not to even take that risk. So you'll never know. You'll never find out. Before I go into the next point and you like what I'm talking about, then please remember to subscribe to my channel. Purpose is found through taking risks. It's about testing things out and figuring out what are your talents, what are your abilities, where do you really excel. If you don't take those risks, then you won't know. If you get strapped down with golden handcuffs. Now what golden handcuffs are is it's comfort. It's my life is good enough, I'm safe enough, I'm secure enough. Then you'll never know. You'll stay in that comfort. So you're going to have to undo those golden handcuffs. You're going to have to step into some risk and practice some vulnerability in order to really discover who you are and what your purpose is here. As you're finding your purpose, don't get caught up in the extraordinary. You don't have to be an astronaut. You don't have to play in the NFL. You don't have to be a model or an actor. Those are all things that we see a lot. But don't get caught up in the extraordinary. My dad, he worked for Delta Airlines. He was a manager in the tower for Delta. It wasn't a sexy, crazy, amazing job. But my dad was a man with purpose. And one thing that my dad did all the time was he would help widows in his neighborhood. He would go out of his way to serve people and connect to people. And his whole neighborhood knew him and loved him. And he didn't do it selfishly. And this is why he has purpose. When you look at his life, he stepped into what he was good at. He stepped into what he knew that God made him for. All right, so to find your purpose, a couple of things. You're going to have to overcome fear and face fear. You're going to have to take risks and step into vulnerable things. You're going to have to not get caught up in needing something extraordinary. And you're going to have to realize what you're good at and step into those talents. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found it helpful. Now, I've developed a free resource that takes you way more into depth and gives you some real tools to reset your relationship. So please check out the link in the description for that free resource. See you next time.